Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to part two of the AEW effect. My name is Joe. We're going to talk a little bit about the second part of the reason why Vince McMahon needs to start taking a look at what's going on in the business and taking notice. This is the AEW effect and what it has. People aren't necessarily tuning out to wrestling, they just don't have any interest in what Vince McMahon has been doing. If there's anything shiny, new, and exciting on TV to watch, people will take notice of it and sit up and say, "Hey, I got to see that." Right? Everybody loves a new TV show. Everybody loves new characters. Everybody loves to see the new direction on which things could progress. Right? So AEW coming out of the box and being on TNT in prime time on Wednesday nights is amazing. They just made the announcement today that on Wednesday, October 2nd, they will be on from 8 to 10, which is amazing. It's prime time. You can't beat prime time, folks. Prime time is a real deal, and Vince is definitely not happy about it. Why? Because Wednesday night's NXT night. The question is what he's going to do for NXT. Is he going to move NXT to Fox Sports 1? We talked about that in the previous video as well when we talked about the NXT developmental or brand. Please go back and check out that video. In a word, theoretically, wrestlers, when they're treated inappropriately, they don't want to work for your company anymore. The same thing with people who watch your product. If you don't treat them right and they're not interested, they're not going to watch. I mean, I can make 101 videos on here for you guys to watch these news feeds, but if you find somebody else that's a little bit more animated and you enjoy them a little bit more, you're going to go to see them put on the news and tell you what's going on in the world of professional wrestling. You're not going to watch me because I'm not going to be all that entertaining. Same thing with wrestling. Everybody has a formulaic thinking of, well, this is how it has to be. This is how it has to go. We have to do this. We have to do that. The viewership has changed nowadays, and this is really a big problem for pro wrestling as a whole. So because wrestlers weren't treated correctly, one wrestler in particular that we're going to talk about today is CM Punk, Phil Brooks. Starcast is happening on August 31st. It's actually going from the 29th to the 1st, September 1st, I should say, in Chicago, Illinois, which happens to be the hometown of one CM Punk. Now, a lot of people were speculating earlier in the year that when AEW started up, wouldn't it be a great fantasy to see Phillip Brooks, aka better known as CM Punk, to show up at AEW? It would be great. But most people didn't think that would ever happen. But big news. And this is big news. Why is this big news? Big news. Big news because Starcast is happening. Well, what the hell is Starcast? Can you please tell me, Joe? Well, I'll tell you. Starcast is an event that Conrad Thompson, who worked with Eric Bischoff on 83 Weeks and has also worked with Bruce Pritchard on Something to Wrestle With. They're basically podcasts. You can go check them out. 83 Weeks with Eric Bischoff and Something to Wrestle with Bruce Pritchard. Bruce Pritchard, just so you know, is now working with WWE and Vince McMahon. He went back to working with Vince. Vince called him up earlier in the year and said, I need help. And I don't know what Bruce is doing. I'm sure Bruce is doing great. I wish him well. And I hope everything is working out great for him there because he is a very smart man and he's got great ideas. And I loved him on Something to Wrestle With. So Conrad Thompson, Bruce Pritchard, if you see this, thank you. Love it. Love the content. One of the most notable feuds outside of the ring with Phillip Brooks was one Vince K. McMahon. Well, why? Because in recent years, he's had a very bad relationship with him and ultimately suspended him in June of 2011, right before his contract was to expire. And not only that, but he sent him a FedEx saying he was fired on his wedding day. Now, I don't know about you, but if you've gotten to the point in your life where you could find that significant other and you're going to look at how you're going to want to spend the rest of your life with this person, the last thing you want to get on your wedding day is a FedEx from your company saying you're terminated. I don't know. I wouldn't want it. So while the company and the individual worked out an agreement between Phillip Brooks and WWE for some more live appearances in July 2011, both parties mutually agreed that not to disparage one another. Well, let's not put the bad mouth on each other, okay? Okay, well, after that had happened, CM Punk, amongst other potential recruits, now that's not in the WWE anymore, don't have to follow that deal. He doesn't have to say, I won't say anything disparaging about you. I won't say anything that makes you look bad. Now he can say whatever he wants. He's not on the contract anymore. He has no legal binding agreement to them anymore, right? So it's going to be interesting to see. If he's going to be at StarCast, chances are he's going to be at the All Out event on August 31st. And it's going to be interesting to see what happens. He's not on the contract again, like I said, to WWE, not to be redundant, but we all know that the AEW effect is real. And with Phillip Brooks adding to it, CM Punk adding to that, that's going to be a big deal. It's going to be an even bigger deal. I mean, we love that Jonathan Good, a.k.a. Jon Moxley, had went there and has done great work. He's been in New Japan. He's now the United States champion over there at New Japan. So, again, we say good luck and Godspeed to you, Jon Moxley, a.k.a. Jonathan Good. We love you as well. Your work is amazing. And the other thing is, like I said, what's going to happen to Vince and how is he going to fare if CM Punk is going to definitely be at the event? I mean, he's going to be at StarCast, so why wouldn't he be at All Out? And if that means he's friends with Tony Khan and Cody Rhodes and the Young Bucks, then why wouldn't he sign with them? At least to be as an employee, right? So it's exciting to see what's going to happen in the next few weeks when this event kicks off, and then what the WWE is going to be like. What are they going to say? That he's not going to sign with them. He is going to sign with them. I mean, it's not 100%. It's not written in concrete, but it's a good chance. And what does that mean for the wrestling business as a whole? It means great things. I'm so excited that I'm stammering over my words because I love the idea that this man is going to come back to the business and not just tell you that he hates the WWE, not just to tell you that he wants the WWE to die. No, none of us do. We want the WWE to thrive. There's a lot of great talent there. There's a lot of young men and a lot of young women who are great professional wrestlers that we want to see flourish and become great superstars. Vince will never like that to happen. He would never like there to be another Rock, Stone Cold, or John Cena, because look at where they've went. Look at the trajectory of their career. They've become movie stars. They become stars in their own right. Steve Austin's got a great podcast. It's very successful. Steve has done a great job with having guests over there that have told the whole story. And John Cena, great movie star. Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, is amazing. We all knew that he was an amazing personality. We just needed to find his niche in the business. So at any point, at any rate, this is where we are. And WWE is now got the ball in their court as to what's going to happen after August. And once October rolls around, this is going to be a big deal. September is going to be a very, very, very interesting month. September of 2019 is going to be a very interesting month to see what happens in the world of wrestling and how Vince counteracts this. Does he move NXT and change the integrity of the NXT product as a whole to Wednesday night to compete on FS1? I don't know, but I could tell you honestly, one of the biggest problems that I see with that is you're going to move NXT. NXT's not going to do very well. AEW is going to do very well because it's new and they're going to be doing great things. They have a lot of great things set up. If you haven't followed any of it, you haven't seen any of it, take the time out if you're a wrestling fan to definitely watch the product because it's going to be good. It's not going to be terrific, I don't think, in my opinion, but I can tell you it's going to be definitely 100% better than what Vince McMahon, the genius, has done. So, well, when I see Vince McMahon, I always like to say, what's wrong with you, Vince? Why would you do that? But that's a whole nother story for a whole nother time. All right, guys, this has been part 2 of the AEW effect. I'm getting out of here. I'll see you guys soon. I will hopefully have some more videos up over the weekend, if not the following few days from when this has been published. If you're watching sometime in the future, I hope you catch more of my content. And I will see you guys next time. Please like, share, and subscribe. Peace.